Howdy, aloha, everyone. This is James with Mana Talk. I put up a small video earlier um, that I'm not really completely satisfied. There's a lot of good things that Trump's doing in his administration, et cetera, et cetera. But the results is what we need. We need people to be held accountable. We need prices to go down. Of course, it's kind of rough with the Hormuz Iran thing. And we need justice to prevail. And I'm just not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. And then with that little video I put in there, we just passed 40 trillion. And I thought that was going backwards. I really thought it was going in the different direction. Because Trump did mention at one point that they've gotten $19.2 trillion from tariffs and all this other stuff. Well, where's the money? Where's that money at? So I'm, how do I say this? I'm not a satisfied customer. I'm just not satisfied. I'm at that point right now, honestly, where, I mean, the SAVE Act is a good example of that there is a deep state. Obviously, Tucker Carlson was taken off of Fox because he mentioned duopoly. No other reason. Everybody wants to say it was about this, it was about that. And then the other day we see Fox talking about or praising the new Moderna vaccine and all this other shit. So the media is still fucking spewing out crap, and I'm just not seeing results, positive results for the working man, for the middle class, for the working poor, for the homeless, for that matter. Jesus, and just everyone. I'm just not seeing a lot of great things. I'm seeing great deals being made for big companies and stuff like that, but it comes down to that trickle down thing. Is it happening? Are we seeing it? Employment's down, unemployment is down. There's a few things that are going on that are pretty good. Um, but that SAVE Act was a very clear indicator that there are Repiglicans and Republicans, Demoncrats and Demoncrats, because those people, the Democrats, have all gone crazy, delusional, deranged, nutcase. You know, just watch the WNBA. That's just fucking crazy shit. It's just nuts. And there's so many other things that haven't really, um, like I mentioned in the video, it hasn't been like the J6 committee that Nancy Pelosi and everybody on the Democrats and Joe Biden and this big giant facade where he keeps saying 2020 was stolen and all this other stuff. Okay, you can put out document after document and data and emails and all the shit you want, but until somebody actually is incarcerated that was pulling the strings, then it doesn't mean anything. Are you waiting for us to file the lawsuits? Or do you want us to do that? I mean, shouldn't the Department of Justice and the FBI be cracking down? I mean, they did to you. They barged into your home. They just ransacked your place. I mean, was that okay for you, Mr. President? Of course it wasn't. And I mean, I understand you're going to do a much better job, which you're trying to follow the systems and processes of justice and the law. I get that. They didn't, and we can see that. We're seeing Georgia fraud as far as uh, voter ballots and all this other crap that basically indicated that you pretty much should have won. But there's nothing happening. I mean, low hanging fruit. Thank you. The traffickers have gone down. The finding missing children. There are a few things that I praise the FBI and Department of Justice for doing. I don't praise them for the FDA saying that this new mRNA, that mRNA stuff, and everybody knows this. MAGA knows this. All of MAGA knows that the mRNA spike protein, COVID 19, whatever they fucking want to call it, vaccine, is a, genocidal bioweapon. It is. And I've been proving that ever since day one when my channel was taken down for a couple of years, 2 or 3 years, because I was trying to warn people not to take that crap. And then you said it's spectacular. Warp Speed was great. No, it wasn't. It wasn't. Maybe I should just play that. I'm sitting there watching, and all of a sudden I'm seeing. I'm on YouTube just because YouTube's got some cool shit to watch, and I've got Paramount, I've got Disney, I've got Netflix, I've got Hulu, I've got ESPN, I got all of it, right? But I like watching YouTube because I like watching certain independent journalists on both sides. I will listen. I will watch Rachel Maddow, and I will watch Anderson Cooper, and I will watch, you know, people on Fox, um, Sean Hannity, and everybody. And Sean's just a suck up, and I watch it all. And I'm still watch Jimmy Dore, and I'm watching some new change. Kelly Lane has some good information, but they're sticking with this Green Party crap. It's just ridiculous. And then there's lots of other sources out there through YouTube, and then I'm watching golf, and I'm watching surfing. I watch a lot of surfing, and all kinds of stuff that's entertaining: geography, archaeology, space travel, engineering, all kinds of things. My new favorite is Wrecker Rick. Wherever he's wrecking. That fucking dude is awesome, man. The vehicles he drives is pretty badass. Gun stuff and all kinds of cool shit. But it, I'm watching it, and it's all of a sudden there's like this algorithm that popped up out of nowhere, and then we're seeing the debt clock being displayed at $40 trillion. We just went over $40 trillion. And I'm like, I thought that was going in a different direction. I get you're trying to keep men out of women's sports. Thank you. I don't even know why we're having that conversation. I don't even know why that's even getting attention. That's just so asinine that there are people out there that are saying, no, there are 50,000 different genders, blah, 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 just craziness. And people need to keep in mind that the percentage of people that have basically are delusional, deranged, and in many cases seriously disturbed is such a tiny fraction of the total population of the United States and the world. And they're getting lots of publicity, lots of advertising, lots of marketing. And it's we know where it's coming from. I know where it's coming. It's coming from the World Economic Forum, BlackRock, Chatham House, all these, elitists. I call them the globalist predator class. You call them whatever you want, but they're a bunch of sick, satanic, fucking crazy motherfuckers. And they've been curbing and indoctrinating and creating these completely unorganic movements, and they've been paying in the background for crisis actors, for Democrats and their protests and all this other shit for a long time. And it's very obvious, and we're all seeing it. But what I'm trying to get to tonight, is that nobody's going down. Nobody of significance on the Democratic Party side, even on the Repiglicans side. Where the fuck, by the way, is Mitch McConnell? Where's Waldo? This is crazy. Mitch McConnell has been gone for, I don't know, over 60 days, for over 2 months. And we've seen pictures, but we haven't seen him up and moving or sitting and moving or, and of course Thune is saying he had a conversation. All these people are saying they have a conversation. And I think it was, who's Alana Haba should be taking over, in my opinion, for Caroline Levitt, for sure, for press secretary. But is it Jennings? Scott Jennings? Yeah. He wants to be the guy, but Scott Jennings is also a fucking turd that said, "Oh yeah, I had a conversation with Mitch McConnell." No, you didn't. Nobody has, and it's fucking, it's so suspect. It's so, how do you say? I guess the best word to say for this is same old, same old. It's so just, it's still going in the same fucking direction. Now, the great thing about Trump is he's distancing himself from the New World Order, supposedly, right? And then he goes back on that, and they start making these data centers, you know. Who's the girl in Terminator? Something Connor. Mary Linda Carter or Connor? I don't know. Sarah Connor. Sarah Connor was imprisoned for blowing up data centers. I'm not a fan of AI. I'm watching left and right how these robots, by the minute, are getting stronger, faster, quicker, bigger, and more threatening. They're having boxing matches and martial arts matches with these AI robots. You know, they're running faster. They used to trot. Now they're like full sprint. Not AI, because I checked into a lot of it. Chinese are having all these competitions with AI. It's just crazy. It's fucking crazy. It's nuts. I'm concerned on the direction of this place. I really am concerned the direction of this place. So, let me go here real quick. I mean, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., I don't know what the fuck he's doing, but he's the Health and Human Services Secretary, right? And they just, this is a good thing. And I think it was just an executive order. I don't think it's a law. But the recommended vaccines for kids, from babies from birth to 18, was somewhere around 90 freaking different types of injections. Crazy. And now it's gone down to 11. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Trump. Thank you, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. But this girl over here, everybody thought she was AI. Because she doesn't look real. It's fucking weird. You got to watch it. It's fucking weird. This is just a picture. But that's a good thing. And I'm saying those are some good little things. But the thing about executive orders, and people need to know, in these emergency orders that presidents put out there for certain things to activate parts of the government through the states, states do not have to, and we know the blue states will not, follow or enforce or support anything Trump. Let's just get that. So whatever he's doing is great for the red states or the purple states or the states that actually have a majority of the Republicans, which is good. And even those guys can say no, right? It's pretty nuts. All right, so let's go. Let me go to YouTube and see if I can get. I want to get kind of what's going on here. But yeah, I'm just not seeing it, man. I'm not seeing a giant, how do you say, the craziness is still happening. Here's a good example right here. Got to listen to this. Oh, let me turn it on.
So I'm genuinely concerned about public safety, public health, and the challenges facing our unhoused neighbors. Homelessness often comes with extreme stress, isolation, and instability, conditions that make emotional regulation significantly more difficult. Some research suggests that sexual release can help reduce stress, improve mood, and help people cope with negative emotions.
Of course.
That led me to wonder whether those benefits could have downstream effects on aggressive, high-stress populations that tend to affect the homeless. With that in mind, I'd like to propose that Los Angeles consider a pilot program for free hygienic sexual relief clinics, primarily serving the homeless and unhoused.
Wait, what?
This means equality. It means private sexual relief through mass high-stress populations that tend to affect the homeless.
Let's listen to
With that in mind,
again.
I'd like to propose that Los Angeles consider a pilot program for free hygienic sexual relief clinics, primarily serving the homeless and unhoused. This means equality. It means tend to affect the homeless. With that in mind, I'd like to propose that Los Angeles consider a pilot program for free hygienic sexual relief clinics, primarily serving the homeless and unhoused. This means equality. It means private sexual relief through masturbation or, where appropriate and consensual, with a partner, all funded by public tax dollars and managed with professional oversight. It's about allowing the homeless to have the same comforts and privacy that we have today.
That's California. That's a blue state. So, and the tax dollars, this is a Democrat, obviously, definitely not a Republican or conservative. This Demoncrat, Dumbocrat is saying he wants to make sure that the homeless or whoever's out there has a place to go whack off or a place to have like conjugal visits, like in prison or whatever and for us, for people to pay for it, for the tax people to pay for it, and they're considering it. I mean, you might as well just give them a fucking mansion with hookers in it. That's fucking nuts. That is just fucking nuts. All right, just want to get that out of the way. Wow. All right. I recommend that you guys. Is Trump still talking? Oh my God, is he fucking still talking? I don't think so. He probably is.
Last week that Eric Swalwell was in fact the target of a Chinese honeypot operation. That weekend, Eric Swalwell's saga continued. The once leading Democrat for the California gubernatorial race and former Congressman Swalwell was confronted by FBI agents at the San Francisco airport. His computer and cell phone were seized by the FBI at the airport, and his...
Yeah, not good.
5 months. And I could do the same.
What's he doing?
Okay, so that's about all I want to share from here. I shared about halfway through the video. There's more news.
Where did it just go to here? What the fuck just happened? That's weird. No. Let me look at I gotta check my messages. Just if anybody's messaging. That's weird. No. Let me look at I gotta check my going back messages. So he's not talking to me, but he was talking up a big storm, all the things he's doing and how crazy the Democrats are. Well, it's true. A lot of that stuff is very true. I mean, the Democratic Party has turned into a fucking communistic, wacko, cross-dressing joke. It's fucking terrible. Right? Terrible. Just absolutely beyond retarded. What would you call that beyond retarded? I don't even know. All right. The WNBA is just nuts. It's just gotten crazy. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab this. Just throw it out here. I clearly have been proven and sent the information that I've proven is that Kathy Engelbert, or whatever, the chairman or the person running the WNBA, is a devoted World Economic Forum BlackRock bitch. Yeah, she is. And that clearly indicates that usually all these companies that go woke or whatever, they've been to the World Economic Forum, they've had associations with the World Economic Forum, they're part of the World Economic Forum, they've had classes or been indoctrinated or trained by the World Economic Forum. She's one of them. The World Economic Forum basically controls the WNBA. And if you go to the World Economic Forum's website, you'll see DEI and CEI and a corporate equality index. You'll see just all this inclusive craziness that they've been marketing everywhere. For the reason that I said, they want the division, they want crazy to be okay. Grooming and pedophiles are okay with these people. Just, trust me when I say this, because these are the same people that support the Democrats that say that pedophiles should not be that should not be the word for them. There's a different term. I think the term was deprived something, depravity. I don't know. It was fucking. I'm like, what? You're a fucking sick bastard. What the fuck? All right, so I'm gonna go down this little list here, kind of go into each thing. And like I said, this is a documentary. I'm going over information that's coming out today. It's August 21st, 2026. Oh, I'm gonna get my new camera tomorrow. It's gonna be cool. Got my new headphones, new computer. This computer is doing a lot better with OBS. It's the processing speed is just way great, way better. All right, so the supposed president or whoever's running Iran, I guess, just made a deal or is saying that he doesn't want to continue the war anymore, but it's still happening. And you can't really call it a war because thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of soldiers or in Iran are probably gone, not around, unalive. And with the United States, I think we're maybe 20. I'm not sure. It's a little one-sided, wouldn't you say? But for some reason, Iran seems to find a way to send something out there. It's just something here or there. When Trump keeps saying, and that's another thing that kind of pisses me off, which I should have put in my little short video earlier, is I'm a little. He keeps saying that we've won, they're decimated, they have nothing, and then all of a sudden, some country in that area gets hit by Iran, and most of us kind of know who's doing it. That's all I'm saying. It could definitely be Israel. It could definitely be somebody else. It definitely could be Israel or possibly Iran itself. But if it's decimated, they don't have military capabilities, quote unquote, from Trump, and they don't have a navy, they don't have an air force, they don't have anything. Then how are they able to keep sending this to some of the Arab states out there? Come on, buddy. I mean, connect the fucking dots. That's all I'm saying. Let me go down the list. Going down the list. Is that the list? No, that's the list. Yeah, that's the list. And, yeah, this is it right here. There's the debt clock. Did I save this? Let's see if it's still going. New tab.
Or a failure to act. Stay informed.
Yeah, see at the top left, U.S. national debt. I guess it went down. It's kind of evening out at 40, but I did earlier say 40 million. I mean, it's right on the cusp. You got 39 trillion, 890 billion, 771 million, 865,000. See, it's going up, going down, go up, going down. Right now it's going, stopping, going down. Anyway, but it was at 40. It was at 40. But that's not good. That's not fucking good, bro. That's not good. I'm just telling you. It's not. Oh, were you able to see that? Hang on. I don't think you guys were able to see it. Give me a second. Mm-hmm. I gotta. I reset up my OBS system, and I'm still kind of getting used to it. It's a lot different. The way it's configured with the practice windows or the capture windows and all these different attributes and little mechanisms that the OBS has, I'm still kind of getting used to it. Like the scenes, the sources, all kinds of stuff that it has inside of it. But I'm trying to get to that dead clock again. Where is it? That's right. Oh wait, no, that's it. Shit, I was just there. Hang on. Yeah, there you go. See if you guys can see this. Sorry, yeah, you couldn't see it. But anyway. Yeah, so is it going up? Let's see, 77 million, 72. It's kind of hovering right now, which is really interesting because earlier it was at 40 trillion 0007, like 40 million or something like that. It was just went over, and all of the Democrats and libtards and Demoncrats and they're just like ah. But I'm pissed too. I'm like, dude, what is happening here? This thing shouldn't be going over. It should be going backwards. You know, where's that $19.2 trillion that you're saying that you're getting from these tariffs? Is anything really happening with that shit? I mean, you know, we'd like to, maybe we should get something from that, right? Remember when Trump was talking about paying us? The money he's getting from tariffs should come to us. Maybe it should help us with our taxes, but somehow, some way, that money's going somewhere, and I want to know where it's going. I think I'm gonna start getting more people to look into that. Where is the tariff money going? How is it being applied? How much is coming in? Is it as much as he's saying? Is it trickling in? Is that a prediction of how much we're going to get? People have said that's a prediction. It's not as much as you think it is. But still, a fucking $1 trillion is $1 trillion. It's a lot of fucking money. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. See, 39. Yeah, it's kind of hovering about close to 40, right? Close to 40. But so I'm going to go back to here and just kind of go through my list and reconfigure this so you can see the list. All right, women in sports is embarrassing. What is that? I think that's. Let me see if that's. No, I got it. I'm clicking the wrong thing here. Open a new tab. Yeah.
You're a woman.
No, you're not. Say, no, you're not.
Are you a trans woman?
I am, yes.
How do you know you're a woman?
No, you're not. Say, no, you're not. No, you're not. Stop.
I am not a biologist. How can I be expected to define what a woman is if you think you know how to tell the difference?
That's Kathy Engelbert. That's her. That's the World Economic Forum pawn.
Difference between a man and woman, please speak up.
Quite frankly, I'm not a
biologist. How can I be expected to define what a woman?
Oh my God. You have to be have a PhD? Is that what you're saying to know the difference between a man and a woman? XX, XY. Balls, cock, no balls, no cock, hole. Boobs, no boobs. this insanity. It's just, how in the fuck is this nutcase, crazy bitch? And I'm telling you, it's all planned. They're all scripted to say this stuff, to make it confused, to bring. It's just, it's so blatantly obvious.
Is if you think you know how to tell the difference between a man and woman, please speak up.
We have. Everybody is. You're just too stuck up the World Economics Forum's butt that you don't want to listen, because they're giving you their fucking. We're gonna, if Trump's FBI, Department of Justice, investigators, whatever, look into this fucking chick and find out where her money's coming from, not just through the WNBA. I guarantee you, Soros, somebody directly connected to the World Economic Forum in some way or associate is shoveling her some cash, or is giving her cash, or she's part of it. And we need more of that. Investigate the fucking crazy. That's what I say. We should investigate this craziness now, because it's not organic. It's not. It's never been organic.
Frankly, I'm not a meteorologist, but when I walk outside and I look into the sky and I get soaking wet, I know it's rain. Now, if the WNBA wants to play this game, boys, we can play it too.
So these guys dress up as girls and go to a WNBA. They're not trans or nothing. They're just mock the fucking craziness of a WNBA mentality and all these other fucking crazy nutcases. And they get kicked out. But what's interesting is the look on the security guard's face. Watch this. What the fuck? She doesn't know. She's like, what is going on? She doesn't even get it. There's so many people that don't even get what's happening. That it's all a scripted, orchestrated, psychotic plan. It is.
Heck yeah. You go, girl. Live your dream. This is so motivating, so inspirational, but yet so empowering all at the same time.
Right. Yeah, I want to see these guys fucking play. They're retired, but you just give them the ball, they just storm up and down the court, because one's 6'10", the other one's like 6'11". You know, it would just be retarded. But the WNBA has just gone full on World Economic Forum woke, like a lot of companies did. Tractor Supply recently did some. A Tractor Supply kicked. Had a guy that used to come and serve hot dogs in front of his parking lot for a long time. And I'm not going to play it, but because he was a Trump supporter, they kicked him off the property. Fuck Tractor Supply, right? Or the manager or the person who owns that particular franchise. I don't think that applies to all Tractor Supply, because Tractor Supply is BFE, suburban, rural America farm people. So that's kind of weird, but if they condone it, they should be boycotted. That's fucking ridiculous. This guy goes on and on. There's just so many instances of craziness. It's just out of control. Out of control. Nuts, fucking nuts. All right. I like watching Tajana Sekic. She's got some really good stuff. I tell you guys to check her out. This story is interesting. They showed the part where she tackled a let me see here. Hang on. Let's see if you guys can see what's going on here. I need to position this so you can see it. Yeah, I was checking out to see if Stevie's doing anything. God bless her. I hope she's doing well and get back on, because her voice would really be good out there right now. And hopefully she wouldn't go in the direction Kelly and Bram are going. It's just getting ridiculous. No, I get why they're doing it. I understand, but it's a little. I always say, hey, let's bring Kamala back and see what would have fucking happened to the country. It wouldn't be here. We would not have a country right now if Kamala Harris was president. We would not, period. So this is an interesting story. The girl tackled the kid, and that's all they showed. And they showed her as being this bully white chick. But what was happening, what was actually happening, was, I'm going to play it so you can see it.
It's not just a 1 minute clip. That's not what this story is about. It's about the other 20 minutes of this game and about what was going on this field, which prompted an otherwise fantastic little girl from a great family to enter onto that field.
16-year-old Addison Honeycutt tackled a player Tuesday night at a football game in Winchester.
I was not just going after this kid just to go after him, because that was not my intention at all.
Addison says she was watching her brother get targeted.
Seeing what they were doing to him and nobody stopping it, that kind of made me like the last choice of, okay, somebody has to stop this.
She says another player grabbed her brother's face mask and slung him around several times. When she saw him hit in the ribs, she'd had enough.
That's when I started to be like, no, I'm done watching this.
Her mother, Elizabeth Chumbley, was watching too.
So I'm seeing my son on the ground being attacked. This wasn't just a football play. This was him on the ground being physically attacked by this other player.
Elizabeth believes coaches should have stepped in, but makes it clear her daughter should not have gone onto the field.
I made sure that she understood quickly that her behavior, that was inappropriate. You shouldn't have jumped over the fence.
Not only was Addison removed from school property, she was charged with disorderly conduct and assault. But her attorney says that
not football.
David McKenzie says they plan to fight the charges.
Could there have been less restrictive measures that were utilized?
Grabbed her brother's face mask and slung him around several times. When she saw him hit in the ribs, she'd had enough.
Yeah, they were picking on that kid out there. I don't know what the words were or how it happened, but the problem with this is the referees are blind. The school wasn't paying attention and the coaches didn't fucking do shit. I don't get it. I don't get it. The whistle's blown, nothing's happening. You got to stop that shit. There's some fucked up shit out there, but I will say this. I would definitely, the athletic administration or whatever count, the school board needs to be at fault for letting or allowing this to continue to happen. The referees for sure that are supposed to observe to make sure everybody is being safe. Well, football's not safe, but during the time when the ball is snapped, or the quarterback, whoever gets the ball, till the whistle's blown, between that time is chaos, aggression, whatever. Fucking do whatever you're going to do. And there are certain rules that you can't do. But once that whistle's blown and the play stops, then this kind of stuff shouldn't continue. So I don't blame her. I think my sister would have came down and beat the shit out of that kid too. And I know a lot of sisters would have done the same. So we'll see how that goes. I might follow it in the future, but it just tells you where sports is going right now. It's just fucking nuts. And the aggression that's happening out there, when you're watching WNBA adult players clotheslining, tackling, hitting, assaulting the greatest player that's ever played in the WNBA, bar none, it's fucking insanity. It's just insanity. But it also says, oh, that's okay. You're telling girls out there that it's okay, or athletes out there that it's okay. It's not okay. After the whistles, during the game, football, beat the shit out of each other. That's the fucking sport. It's not supposed to be safe in that matter. But after the whistle's blown, things are supposed to be copacetic in a sense, right? Yeah. I just had to show you that. I really felt, because she was getting like she was the bully and she was in the wrong, but she was defending her brother, her little brother. She's going, fuck you, you're not going to fuck with my brother, motherfucker. Right? And that's how that went. And this is interesting because I got to show you this because this is interesting because there's this massive migrant caravan moves towards central and northern Mexico after months in immigration something. What the fuck is going on there? That's weird. That's weird. That is just weird. They're not going to come in here. I'll tell you that. I don't know if they're going to just stay in Mexico, but if they're going to keep trying to go north, it's going to not end well for them. I am just telling them right now. And I got to play this because this is interesting that Anthony Fauci is getting a bunch of shit. You've got to see these people, these fucking people here. Let me get out of this. Teenager, this one. Get out of the debt clock. I recommend watching this girl here. Let me just position this. I'll get this fixed, people. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. All right. Hang on. Stevie put this together 5 years ago. I'm glad she did. We played it on my this channel and hers, I think, a few times, just to show you just how fucking crazy these genocidal, eugenics, nutcase, predator class motherfuckers are, and they're everywhere. They're just fucking everywhere.
So Melinda and I wondered whether providing new medicines and keeping children alive, would that create more of a population problem?
And what the developing world does not need is more children.
And I think that was the biggest aha to Bill and me when we got into this work, is we asked
I
ourselves.
want you to listen to this again.
So Melinda and I wondered whether providing new medicines and keeping children alive, would that create more of a population problem?
Just dissect. It's a small sentence. Keeping them alive cause a population problem. In what direction? Obviously, the problem that he's stating, which he continues on in this fucking segment, is that it's overpopulation. So his job, and these eugenicists that are out there, I've talked about this many fucking times. If you need more information about it, let me know. They think they're the supreme beings of the fucking universe, and everybody else is not worthy to be here, and they want to kill everybody. And that's part of the globalist predator class that wants to take out, murder, or genocide 2/3 of the planet's population so they can hoard the rest for themselves. They don't want to go to space. They want to keep it the way it is. They don't want any Goldilocks planets. They just want it the way they want to keep that control of this ball, of this big blue marble. That's their goal. And they can't do it if we leave and find other planets, or because population is going to force that issue. It's going to bring more people with more brains, and maybe, I don't know, fucking AI. We could be I think we're shooting ourselves in the foot with AI anyway. But more people that'll have, just sitting on the pot, going to the bathroom, next thing you know, that's it. I figured out how to travel through space and time. No problem. Faster than the speed of light. And fucking Einstein was wrong. And this shit happens. And it's okay. Because we need, as we've always been nomadic, we've always been the, my culture, wayfinders, they call it, I guess. And we've always traveled and found new lands. It's just the way we've been for a long time. Just in the past 1,000 years or so, we've settled down and had farming and all these other stuff, a few thousand years. Before that, we were all over the fucking place, right? But that's just the nuttiest thing to fucking say.
So Melinda and I wondered whether providing new medicines and keeping children alive, would that create more of a population problem?
And what the developing world does not need is more children.
And I think that was the biggest aha to Bill and me.
It's more children. And what the developing world does not need is more children. And what the developing world does not need is more children. And what the developing world does not need is more children.
And I think that was the biggest aha to Bill and me when we got into this work, is we asked ourselves, of course, the same hard-nosed question you'd ask, which is, if you get into this work and you start to save these children, will women just keep overpopulating the world? And thank goodness the converse is absolutely true.
That just doesn't make reasonable, ethical, moral, cognitive sense, the way they're putting it out there. If you save them, we can kill them. If you save them, we can get rid of more people. It's just wrong. It's how they're conveying it to you is how people are accepting. Oh, that's okay. They're just accepting it that way. Oh, that's okay. No problem. You just keep putting out your genocidal bioweapon, mRNA shit shots and fucking giving women 73% miscarriages and all this other terrible data. Just keep doing that. You know, it's just, God. And people are just sucking this shit up. Thank you very much, Stevie, for doing that. That was awesome. You made that. And I had to find that. I was trying to find that. Because it's all a big thing. And I pray and hope that she will get back on and do some cool videos. Because the woman had the gift of gab. And I know she still does. And then there's the leaked videos, if you'll see here. There's leaked videos of the DSA, Democratic Socialists of America, which some of the people that I used to be in circles with are fully supporting these fucking people. When I decided to fucking say, fuck you, I'm gone. And I pretty much left anything Demoncratic, Green Party in 2020. I just knew those people were just completely compromised in a very, very sad and bad way. Yeah, so it's all about communism. They want communism. They want the government to hold their hand and fucking do what they tell them to and blah, 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 blah. And it's terrible. It's sad to watch. Right? That was good. The flock cameras. This is a good one. This is a good one. Where this guy comes up. Let me play it for you. Why not? This is a good one. Because if you have let's just watch this and I'll tell you. Let's just watch this and I'll kind of show you what's going on here.
Technologies so that
to look at. Thank you. It's been a great day. Love to all.
Thank you. Darth Vader?
the Emperor is a fan of flock, and we must continue utilizing flock technologies so that we can follow and surveil the rebel scum as they move from playground to playground, from playground to pool, from pool to gymnasium, because we all know that the flock cameras are not only following the license plate readers, they are following children. They are following children in parks and gymnasiums, and we need this. I need this so I can stalk my ex-girlfriend. Also, it should be known that the people of this town, the pools that want their storm drains cleared, they should not have...
So, I'm not... Look, When I lived in Santa Ana, California, which is a heavily Hispanic area, beautiful, wonderful people, great food. I mean, I think I got fat out there when I was living there. But they were putting up cameras at traffic lights, at all the traffic lights. They were putting them out, and people in the city said, "What the fuck is going on?" They just did it. It's California. It's blue state. They just fucking did it. And it had a ton of fucking problems. People were just getting reamed left and right for the right turn. And I'm telling you right now, California, there is no stopping a right red. They just don't do it. Nobody fucking does it anyway. I don't think anybody's speedometer goes to exactly 0 when you're making a right turn on a red, right? In a residential area, wherever you're at. But they were just popping people left and right, and it was a business. It turned into a business. Now, that's cameras on your cars, but they also were showing some interesting things that were happening in cars. There were girls in laps of men, and just all kinds of weird shit. They showed all kinds of weird cameras, but the cameras outside of a city, state, government, federal building, I'm fine. You have that. But when it comes to and on a public road, if it's showing the street, I'm okay with that too. And I know this may be controversial, but depending on the areas, I mean, you're not going to get a camera out here 10 miles away from Warrensburg and in between Clinton and some other Raymore and other places that, there's nothing. There's maybe a cornfield, a soybean field, hundreds of acres, thousands of acres of just nothing, and roads and dirt roads. Not going to have it everywhere, of course. But if you are a property owner and you want to put a camera up in front of your house, that is your right. If you are the government, you should not put them everywhere. You should put them. I don't believe they should be everywhere. I am against the flock system, and I'm going to stick with that, because if I've got flock cameras everywhere watching everything, and then I got cell phones that can do the same thing all over the place, my police officers, do I need them that much? Probably, to a certain extent. But we're depending too much on technology instead of ourselves, right? And I'm not saying we're perfect, but that's human. That's okay. The thing about the perfection, the problem with AI and technology is there's this double-sided razor. They want perfection, everything to be great, etc., etc., etc. But when it comes down to it, you're losing the spirit of the reason why you're doing things. You're losing the connection, the human connection, soul to soul, person to person, right? I mean, there are people that I have been out with recently, and I'm telling you in the past, it's all on texting. It's in a rare call every once in a while. And it's interesting because you don't know that person. And a lot of people now are just in for the quickie. I'm old school, right? If I decide to be with a particular woman, and then I can't demand it. I can't have her sign a paper and contract and you've got to be committed. I just have to have her word that it's going to be me and nobody else, and vice versa. It has to be copacetic, and that's where we're at. We have to look. I'm walking down the aisle. I just went to Harbor Freight. They just opened up one around the corner. It's fucking great in there. Prices seem a little higher than I thought they would be, which is more close to like Lowe's prices, which is interesting. And I guess it just depends on the product that you're getting. But and this happens every grocery store I'm at, every shopping mall, Walmart, wherever I'm You'll have somebody walk in front of you and say, "Oh, excuse me, sorry, excuse me, pardon me, excuse me," because they're going in front of your visual path of what you're looking at across the aisle. And that never happens in California. That never happened. I don't think that ever fucking anybody would say, "Sorry for me getting in front of your visual path of you looking at a product that you're about to buy in some store." That just didn't fucking happen. But people I heard, genuinely really good, decent people. That happened in West Virginia. It happened in parts of when I was driving through Kentucky, or Indiana, and a few other places that I've been out to, Ohio. And I'm just telling you, there's a piece of, we're going to lose a very important piece of us, a very important spiritual, God, whatever piece of us, if we keep going down this AI data center, flock camera, robot madness thing. We'll turn into the Walt Disney movie WALL-E, those fat people in those couches floating around. It's going to happen. And that's where it'll probably end up for most people. And the flock cameras I don't agree with. I think that's fine. Put them in City State Bank or whatever. You put them in front of a bank, maybe one in front of your restaurant. That's okay. Right? That's okay. But I don't want them fucking everywhere. I don't want them. That's it. Just stop. That's it. I'm done with it. All right, we're going to go down the list here a little bit more. I think there's a couple other things that I kind of wanted to go over. Let me get back on track with the list. Yeah. Coach ripped into Stephanie White, the coach for the WNBA, is a fucking nutcase. She's on drugs. She looks like she's tweaking. Honestly, she looks fucking ripped every day. I guarantee she's on serious medications. And there's this thing. Trans athlete assault lawsuit. So this happened. I'm not going to get into all that. So a trans guy assaults a woman in a school, and the school hides it for 2 months. Doesn't say anything about it. Parents complain, girl complains, everybody's complaining. They didn't bring it up to anybody, and then finally, after complaint after complaint after complaint, after they've gone up through the, and of course this is Washington. Washington. Attorney worked for unsealed confidential documents. And that's pretty much it. I think I'm kind of missing something here. Yeah. Maui was an inside job. I'm going to tell you right now. You'll find out later in life. Some of this is kind of older. New Jersey's fucked up. All the voting is fucked up. Yeah, Trump. Mr. President Donald Trump. I don't know who your advisors are or who's whispering in your ear all the time, but when you clamp down on a decision and make that decision, you gotta listen to the people. Especially with this ground beef thing, bro. What the fuck? I'm just like, what the hell happened with that crap? I think I gotta look at that. Hang on. Is that right there? Yeah, right here. Oh, what just happened? It switched over. Hang on. I gotta go back to me. Alright. Let me get back. I think it's situated here. Now we're going to go to Facebook. There we go. We're going to scroll through this. There's a couple of things in here I kind of wanted to go over. Right, no, not there. Right. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Okay. Again, people, make sure that the Senior Citizens Freedom to Work Act of 2026 goes through, right? because that'll allow you to collect your Social Security and work, and they won't ding you for it like they've been doing to people for way too fucking long. Oh, this is horrendous. This chick is being celebrated for killing her children. The Demoncrats are out there celebrating her. Delusional, deranged, and very disturbed Demoncrats are supporting this murderous, disgusting piece of shit. She killed her kids. And that's just because she was helping them. And all these fucking, it's just crazy. The Demoncrats are totally supporting it. Right? And here's another blatant foul on Caitlin Clark, and they're just tackling her at this point. It's just crazy. How it started. This is good stuff here. Yeah, so this is, yeah, this is the thing about, yeah, so what I found about Argentina, because Trump wants to, I didn't divulge that when I was talking about it earlier, but I'll keep it simple. Why does this keep moving? Argentina creates horse meat for different countries. So is Argentina sending us horse meat, or are they sending us cow meat? Because I think it needs to be tested all the time. And I don't even like that. Take care of our own, man. I mean, our own ranchers are on a 2-year waiting list to start distributing. And he's not even going after the 4 major, what are the 4 major meat companies out there? Tyson Foods, JBS, Cargill, and National Beef. And those are the people lobbying in the ear of Donald Trump. That's it. Let me see if we can see it. Can you see it? Can you guys see it? Hold on. Oh, where is it? Yeah, right there. That's it. These are the people that are benefiting from Donald Trump. Nobody else. And prices of ground beef will go down, what, 25%? Whee! But a steak will still cost you $40. Just fucking stupid. Nothing, dude, nothing's good. Nothing's happening. Nothing. I'm not seeing anything fantastic, spectacular. Right? You're hiring the right people. You're getting the votes for this and that and all this other shit. You know, but I don't see anything fantastic happening. I really don't. You know, I'm just not seeing it, Mr. President Donald Trump, which I think is a cool guy. I think he's a good guy. I just believe he's got too many lobbyists, too many corrupt people surrounding him, and he's not seeing what the fuck is really happening. Why in the fuck would you want to take meat from a different freaking country when your own country can do the same thing and keep people employed? And I just, somebody's making money, right? Is that what it's about? Because that's what it sounds like it's about. Fucking ridiculous. I gotta go back up here. Where am I going here? Where am I going? I'm going back here. Alright. Yeah, so the horse, they make horse meat. It's all in here. Fucking, what the fuck, right? Like, what the hell? Human will for animals. Yeah, it says right here, one seller YouTube. Can you eat horse meat in Argentina? No, they don't do it in Argentina, but they make it for. Where is it? Right here. Here's something horse meat and domestic ground beef. Local consumption of horse meat is illegal and cultural taboo, as horses are legally protected as part of the national heritage. However, Argentina slaughters thousands of horses annually to export the meat almost exclusively to Europe and Asia. There you have it. Fucking shit, man. It's like, what the fuck, dude? Is it about the horse meat? Because if it's about the horse meat, then you made a great deal. Swear to God. Well, there's that story again. Yeah. Today I concluded a deal to substantially lower the price of ground beef for working American families. As everyone knows, under President Biden, beef prices soared at their fastest rate, and the American beef herd fell to its smallest size in modern history. As we work to rebuild this herd and help our ranchers, for the next 90 days, the United States will allow up to 300,000 metric tons of product from ground beef to be imported with no out-of-quota tariffs. We have a commitment that this beef will be sold at 25 cents, 25% below current market value. This deal will reduce prices for Americans while giving space for our great American beef herd to grow again. What? That really doesn't make any sense. That really doesn't make any sense. You're going to ship, are we giving them time? They got 90 days? So they're supposed to start, that doesn't make any sense. Right? And this ground beef, not all beef, Seymour. I was talking about transathlete, that's one of them. Yeah, this AI shit is just so fucking retarded. I mean, you have to know at this point. And people buy this. They believe that's it. They believe that that's a real woman in real blow-up fucking plastic, whatever shoes those are, and running across the water. And this is everywhere. This is fucking everywhere. And I can tell. I think I can tell, but some of them you can't fucking tell. Some are kind of tough. Oh, and this is cool. This girl, she's 12, 14, 13 or 14. Great pitcher. There's been some girls pitching in the Little League World Series in the past, of course. But she did a really good job. Got her team pretty far. Kenley is her name. Kenley, whatever, something like that. Oh, what the fuck? Oprah. This is interesting. Oprah's spiritual healer was sentenced to 110 years for raping girls, and yeah, that's all I gotta say. Parasites don't like garlic. Pumpkin seeds don't like papaya seeds. Coconut doesn't cleanse. It attacks parasites, fat membranes. Cloves aren't for parasites. Oregano doesn't kill everything. It wipes both good and bad bacteria. If overused, ginger isn't. It's just, I've been getting this. This is good stuff. You guys got to start looking at the holistic stuff. And this seems like it's AI here, in my opinion. It's probably not. Moderna's landmark cancer vaccine raises new hope for treatments, and this is what I was talking about. Fox News is full of shit. They put it out here. The mRNA shit was never created to fix anything. It's not going to. Your human body DNA, the way it's designed, is the greatest immune system on the fucking planet, and it cannot be copied. This stuff is just destroying it, and they're trying to kill people, like I told you. This chick is good to watch, Nicole Nathan Hedrick. She does some really good stuff. Oh, look, she's got the Spirited Away girl in American Pie. That's cool. That's an old classic anime. Good IQ, that's good. This is weird. Super centurions have hyper-vigilant immune systems that fight off cancer. Super centurions. Older people, because they never got vaccines. You get it? I'm just telling you. And I'm going to end with this. It's kind of sad, but Tulsi Gabbard came out yesterday or the day before, and she talked about her husband, what they're going through. It's really sad, and I just wish them all. I wish them well. God bless them, and hopefully things will work out for them. But it's not looking that way, and I'm sorry, but I don't know how to say it. Just God bless you. Sorry. I wish that, mana, positive mana your way from me, and blessings to you and yours. But she just knows. That's when she did the video at the end. She just knows it's done, and it's fucked because he's probably vaccinated. Yep, I said it. He's probably vaccinated because it came around like right after. Right, came out right after, for sure. It's whatever. Retarded. Hawaii Chief Election Officer Scott Nago is defending his decision to break 2 primary election ties by drawing names from a basket. Why don't you count the ballots again, bro? Right? That all the blue states are shaky as fuck when it comes to these elections. Shaky as fuck. LGBT organizers, director, Mr. Targeting young children. Yeah, this is a video. They do it. That's exactly what they're going after. They're trying to get all their new meat. They're going after the kids. Pretty fucking crazy and bad. There's Laird. We used to surf together when we were kids. Laird Hamilton. I think I got a couple pictures. I think my brother has one of all of us loading up on the yellow bug that we had in the island of Kauai. And I know he has that picture. I don't know what to do with it. I'll try to get it from him. Enough is enough. This priest guy is just like... So here's an interesting statistic, and I want everybody to know this before I go. All right, let me just make sure you can see this. A little over 1 million people in the United States support and practice Sharia law in the United States. So that's 39% of 2.7 million Muslims, right? And there are 270 million adults in the United States. These Sharia law Muslims are barking up the wrong fucking tree. They are. They're just, this is not a good thing for them. Sadly, most of these extremists are protected in blue states, which is true. These SLMs, million, need to be deported ASAP, in my opinion, for sure, for sure. If you're not, and this is the if you're not adjusting, or if you're not acclimating to American culture, which was based off Christianity, then maybe you're in the wrong place. Then you're probably definitely in the wrong place. Okay? Now, there is still freedom of religion, which is good, but when you start creating your own laws from this and oppressing women, it's just fucking crazy. And people, and just nuts. So I'm against that shit. Anyway, I'm going to say aloha, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Yeah, Trump, I got to tell you, bro, I'm just not seeing a lot of results. I'm not, no convictions, no charges, nothing's happening out there. You're just throwing out documents like you want us to fucking do it for you. I don't get it, bro. We want people of significance that stole the 2020. We want people of significance that fucking created the J6 fucking hoax. We want all of that. I know it, you know it, we want it. So make it fucking happen. You're the president. Right? If you can show before, at least a month or two before the midterms, that was completely and totally a fucking big scam, like Burisma and Russiagate and all that shit. But you're just throwing it out there. Nobody's really going to jail. Right? You're letting people misconstrue the information you're throwing out there, and they can toss it and turn it however they want. But if you don't take it into a court of law with a trial and fucking a jury and all this shit, it's not going to mean shit. And these congressional hearings are fucking bullshit. Anthony Fauci just pled 111 times, pled the fifth 111 times. It just doesn't mean anything, because that just shows you. So usually if somebody's pleading the fifth in a regular courtroom, they usually get locked up and taken to a jail. Yeah. And the reason why they're not going after Bill Gates is because he's got too much information on fucking everybody. Remember, Microsoft. Remember, access, data, files on everybody. Everybody. And I'm telling you right now, the only reason why they are not going after him, which they could easily do on many, many accounts, Nuremberg Code, whatever the fuck you want to use, is because the fact that he has this fail-safe. If he does not report, or if he doesn't get back, or if he doesn't whatever, this Pandora's box opens, and I'm telling you, it'll affect the planet, especially possibly people in the Trump administration. And by the way, Susie Wiles, she's starting to fucking piss me off too. She's really starting to do some really stupid things, and she's got some connections that aren't panning out right now. And NTG is just an idiot right now. I can't believe that fucking woman is just. She's literally being a traitor by telling the world that we are going to use nuclear weapons, or we're having discussions about using nuclear weapons on Iran. You don't fucking do that, dipshit. You don't do that. Right? As a congresswoman, you don't fucking do that. It's treacherous. That's almost like you're giving away. That's part of whatever the strategy is. It's not for you to reveal to anybody. You guys, man, God, she's fucking. I don't know. There's something wrong with that woman. I like a lot of things she says, and but she's hung out with fucking George Soros' son, and that's all you need to hear.